He's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love,
love. Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is my review for Season 2, Episode 6 of 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days. Now, my battery got 20% left on. Let's see if we can get this done in 20% battery life. Let's pray. Amen. Okay, so I hope everybody had a good Monday. It's currently Tuesday because it's 3:17 in the morning. Y'all will see this sometime later on Tuesday. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel, please, and thank you. And go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, share, all those good things that subscribers do to the people they are subscribed to. And do not forget to also hit the notification bell because that lets you know when I have a new video up. I'm talking so fast. I'm going to try to not talk fast just to beat the battery life because I think I should be good. Because I don't think much really happened too much. But let's get started. So, Rachel and John. People keep telling me, or they keep commenting in my comment section, that Rachel and John are actually married and they live in London. I didn't care enough to look it up. I'm going off of what's on the show. Okay, what's on the show. I'm talking about what's going on the show. Okay, but what they were doing in this particular episode was walking and talking and walking. Because she's leaving soon and she's sad that she's leaving. And he can't come to America. She does not want to stay in London because she has shared custody of her older daughter with her ex. And of course he can't move to America because he got denied a visa because of his fighting. And I'm like, oh, okay. So, you know what I'm saying? He's like, I will be willing to give up anything to, be with you, because I love you. And she's crying, like, I don't want to leave. I'm like, but you came there knowing you had a flight back. Okay? It's like, it's not like you didn't go there and had no idea you would have to come home. Like, you have a whole kid. Like, are you more sad to leave him or happy to go see the other child? Which one is it? I'm not sure. Anyway, he like, I want to be with you, but we just have to decide if we're going to fight for me to be able to get in America. And I'm like, we don't want no more criminals. And I don't think he's like a criminal, because I don't think fighting is like a criminal thing. And unless you like just beating people to a pulp, like, for no reason. But like, if you're defending yourself, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. She's like, it's just so unfair. We're like being denied being a couple. No, you happen to pick the man in London who had a record. That's your fault, girl. You did that. Anyway, we do see that he video chats with her father, because her father is worried that he's like has anger issues because of his history. So that like, I just want to be sure that you don't have any lingering anger issues, that you don't need anger management, like, all the fighting and stuff. And he brings up how, I paid my debt to society, but you never went to prison. So it's not like he was like a prison person. It's the equivalent of if you get into a fight, you get held for like a day or something, you get out and you pay like $100. I don't know. I just made it up. I assume that's what happens when I get arrested for fighting. But, he says, I'm a different person now. I've learned my lesson and I won't be doing that anymore. Time will tell. The thing is, even if a person is not violent or whatever, they can still like snap one day and get violent. So, either way it goes, she's going to have to learn to trust him one way or the other. So, the dad, like, fighting isn't good. Like, if it was me, I would just learn to walk away and, I would leave the situation. But Dad, you're old, okay? Back in the day, you might have fought, a time or two, but who knows? But again, you can't change what he's done in his past. Like, you just have to ask him if he's a better person. And if he said, I'm messing myself, I might be tired. You just can just ask him if he's a better person now, and if he says yeah, you have to take it at face value until he shows you differently. Like, you just have to watch for signs of anger issueness or whatever. I don't think anger issueness is the real thing, but I just made it up. Oh, my fan is on the other room. Anyway, the dad's like, I respect the fact that you called me. That's a great thing. And so he kind of like okay with it, but not okay with it, but okay with it. And then I'm like, that was a good thing for them to kind of have that whole thing. And then we see, they talking with the baby, and he's happy. He's like, I'm gonna miss Lucy. I hope the baby name is Lucy because I can't think what the baby name is. I mean, it was a cute little thing, but I'm like, I feel like from the moment she got there, I knew, even though people were saying, oh, they're together now, I figured that anyway, like, they just have to be together. Like, if she can be in London, if he can be in America, they'll be a couple. So he, like, taking her on, like, a little long drive or whatever, like, because, again, she has to leave soon. She does not want to leave or whatever. And he takes her to look at King Arthur's castle. I said, now, that's amazing. Okay, King Arthur, I was like, oh, my God, that's just so romantic. Anyway, he then get down on one knee and propose, and of course she says yes. It was pretty romantic, minus this crying baby, but I feel like it was cold up there. Okay, I felt like the wind was blowing, it was cold, the baby was feeling like it was gonna die. The baby probably couldn't breathe because the wind was blowing too much. Okay, and y'all just got the baby just standing there just getting blown in the face. It's like, cover the baby face up, okay, do something. Anyway, the baby was cold and tired. So she's engaged to a man who can't come to America and that she just met for the first time and who lives with his mom. Yep. Next, Ricky and girlfriend number 2, because she was a number 1. So girlfriend number 2, Hermina. We see they had sex. Okay, that is evident from their morning after glow. Okay, they was doing it. And no one is foolish enough to think like, because he said like, I have a secret to tell. You know what I'm saying? Even when I was talking to Melissa, I was also talking to Hermina when Melissa was acting funny. We know that. That's why she was so geeked to have you there. He made it seem as if when he first got there, hi, I'm so interested in Melissa, just Melissa. But in real life, he out here playing bitches, okay, left and right. And we also find out that he called Hermina, what's her name? Hermina, Melissa by accident. I'm like, but how? They don't look alike. You've never been with Melissa before. Like, Melissa played you. Like, I don't know who those. Anyway, but he said he lied and told her that Melissa was somebody on production. But if we doing it, like, why would you say production's name? But that's neither here nor there. She says how, I trust him and I think it's fine. I don't think he's messing with me. Girl, he lying to you. Okay, full-fledged lying in your face. Okay, eye to eye lies. So we do see them hanging out in the city, taking pictures or whatever, having a good time, and he says how he's falling in love with her, how he's really falling for her, but he wants to be sure she's the one because he's already had 2 divorces, and he wants to make sure that she's the good person to bring around his kids. And I'm like, but you was just trying to get with Melissa, who you didn't know she was good either. Like, if you've been talking to them both, you can, either one of them would be fine if he asked me. So he's talking to her. And it's weird because he talks to her in English and in Spanish. So I be confused. I'm like, well, do she speak English? Because when she speaks back to him, she only speaks in Spanish. So sometimes when she talking, I say, I wonder if he can understand Spanish but can't speak it. Because I'm like, why are some of the words you saying to her in English? It's like, do you not know how to say those words in Spanish? So how am I to believe that every word she's saying in Spanish because I felt like sometimes she was talking and he was just agreeing like, oh, okay, yeah, because he didn't know all the words. I'm like, why does he keep talking in half Spanish, half English? Like, this speaks her English, they'll translate for us, it's okay. Anyway, he talking like, my kids not my world or whatever, and I just want you to know how important they are to me. And then she brings up how she never thought about getting married or even having kids until she met him, and how she'll do whatever to make it work with them. I'm looking like, girl, but you just, but it's dumminess on both sides. Okay, she just met him, he just met her. They already having sex, and they both. Is that a spider? No, it's just paint. Anyway, sometimes I'll look up, and because how the light is, some paint will look like. I'll be like, is that? And I'm like, no, girl, you're just tripping. Anyway, But yeah, y'all don't know each other enough to be like, I want to make it work or whatever. So, he said when they were talking, he found things kind of like strained her a little bit. So he kind of wanted to talk about how she had mentioned at one point how she was struggling with money. So he sent her some money. He said, I sent her like between $1,000 and $1,500. He said, but then I realized that she had a nose job, and I wondered if she used the money I gave her for the nose job. And I'm like, but why does it matter? If she needed some money, unless she told you I need some money to pay my rent, and she spent it on a nose job, I mean, if she need money, she need money. But I mean, what does it really matter? So he asked her like, well, what happened? I saw that you had a nose job or whatever. She's like, whoa, I got into an accident, my nose got messed up or whatever, so I needed a stupid cord. So I needed a nose job because my breathing was messed up, and plus because after my nose got broken, it just didn't look pleasing to me, and I was self-conscious about it. And he like, well, yeah, but like, did you use any money that I gave you for the nose? Like, where did you get the money from? She says, no, my insurance covered most of it, and the rest I had money for, so I took advantage because my insurance company would cover it because of the breathing issue. But of course, she's a little upset or whatever. And then she says, no, with the money you gave me, I went and visited my sister, and I bought my nephew like some stuff or whatever, but I didn't like use it for the surgery. But she looked pissed off. She's like, you know what? I'm sorry, you seem upset. I just want to know or whatever. And they kiss and hug and make up. Whatever. We then see him trying to tell her about Melissa. He keeps saying how he wants to be honest with her and tell her that he actually came there to meet some. Oh, it's raining. That's what I'm hearing. It's raining outside. But he wanted to meet. That's why I'm getting sleepy, because it's raining. Makes perfect sense. Again, he was trying to tell her that he met someone out there. He went out there to meet someone beside her the first time. But he's very, very nervous to tell her and tell how he feels so bad, because they have a really good connection, and he does not want her to be upset. And she's thinking like, I know he wants to tell me something. It's like he's being really weird. So he then make up a whole like, oh yeah, I was gonna tell you that my ex called me because we have to talk because of my daughter. Like, would you be opposed to my ex and me having to communicate because of my kids? And she's like, no, that's fine. But she know he up to something. She said, I feel like he's not being sincere with me about something, I just don't know what. And so we have to wait until the next episode to figure out what. Ricky, he was really stupid with Melissa as far as how she kept playing him, and he was still like there for it. I think he should have again went and seen her Hermana first, and because she just seemed more into him, and it's almost like I could tell how into him she is in person. She probably was the same way via text and video, whatever. Melissa ass seemed like the one that he should never fuck with, but you know what I'm saying, Ricky dumb. Tarek and Hazel. First of all, I'm mad at Tarek because Tarek because he got that damn netted ass shirt on. Take the damn shirt off. Anyway, he get back to this room and Hazel is there. Hazel had ran off from the whole dinner thing with him and the brother when the brother was acting all crazy, and he can tell that she's still upset and kind of does not want to talk about it. But he's like, he does want to discuss what happened because I want to know why she got so upset about what Dean asked her, because if that's going on with her ex, she should not have gotten that upset. I feel like she got upset because he questioned her as a mother. I don't think it had anything to do with the ex-boyfriend much, really, because in her confession, she's honest about what she's doing. I want to be with him to, God damn it, to see how was that my hair? It might have been my hair, or it might have been that. One of the two. I want to be sure. I don't know, because they haven't bothered me all day, so that just drove me crazy, and I want to punch it in the face. Anyway, oh God, but no, she is honest about that. She's there with him to go to America. I'm like, well, that's what she wants. So they go to sleep. It's cool. It is what it is. He gets up the next morning and say, I didn't sleep too much or whatever, and I'm kind of mad because now I'm really wondering what's going on with her and the ex-boyfriend. looking at my hair. Are they really over? You know what I'm saying? She got very upset. And what my brother was saying, here and in America is now getting to me. Why are you letting your brother get to you? Your brother's a little bit of an asshole, but whatever. So he asked her if everything is over between her and the ex, and now it's the following morning. She's fine. Hey, nudge, 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 nudge. And he asked her the question or whatever, and then she says, and he's like, so he looking like, oh, it's gonna be some bullshit. So she then say, I messaged him, and he's like, oh. But she said, but he still has my bed, and he still has my clothes, and you know what I'm saying, and I need that. He still owe me like 4,000 pesos for my stuff, and I need that money. So I still talk to him. He then said, I would give you the money for a new bed and let him keep all that stuff over there. Like, the fact that he has that stuff is the way for him and you and him to keep talking. So let him keep it and don't worry about it. But I'm like, is you gonna buy me a whole new wardrobe too? She bring up how, me and the guy dated for 2 years and we just broke up 5 months ago. I've been in those kind of relationships when y'all been together for a couple years and y'all break up, and when you break up with someone who you've been with for a while, the first 6 to 8 months is difficult because it's the whole thing of, are we getting back together, are we not, and it can depend on what y'all broke up about. So I can't imagine how it is over there when she's already, you know what I'm saying, not well, she's poor, she's trying to scratch and survive, and so who knows the reason she's keeping in contact with him. He may be who she gets money from. I don't know. I just hope she ain't out there sucking dick for change. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what's going on over there. So, but I do feel like she playing him, because in the confessional they ask her like, well, are you gonna still talk to your ex? She says, maybe. I say, girl, she keep her options open, baby. So we see them go to like a little market area to meet with his brother Dean, so they can kind of hang out another day. But they in the area, maybe, okay. And she pick up what looks like a boiled egg. We have boiled eggs here. And then he's like, oh, it's a boiled egg, and she's like, no, it's duck. I'm like, duck? It's a duck egg? Okay. I'm assuming duck eggs, do the same as the eggs over here. She cracked it open. It was like a baby duck. It was a baby duck in there, bitch. I said, oh my God, no. He took a bite of a boiled baby duck and an egg. And it's the reason why I don't really like eggs much. Like, I eat omelets, but I'm not an egg girl, because I always have the imagination of, I don't want to ever crack an egg. And it's a chicken. Like, and seeing that made my worst fear come true, bitch. It was a goddamn chicken. It was a duck, but it was a chicken. I said, bitch, I can't handle omelets for at least the next 2 months, bitch. I was very, very upset. Anyway, he bit it and was like, oh my God, oh my. It was nasty. He spit it out. Anyway, we then see Dean shows up. Okay, so Dean show up looking just as egghead as he did before, and Dean is still being difficult. Tarek then tells Hazel, like, look, he gonna be difficult. You know what I'm saying? He's here just trying to break us up, but don't worry about him. It's gonna be me and you without him, so don't let whatever you do or say get to you. Just leave him alone. So when Dean started asking, like, well, let's not talk about whatever else, like, let's talk about what happened yesterday. I like how Tarek said, you know what I'm saying, look, just stay out of our business, be good or whatever, but just stay out of our business. And then when they say how they going on like some little romantic little getaway or whatever, he then asks her, are you gonna be enough woman for him, you know what I'm saying, in the bedroom or whatever? And Tarek again shuts him down and say, look, I just told you stay out of our business. I like how Tarek made his brother shut the fuck up. Like, bro, you doing too much right now, and I'm not gonna let you kind of make her feel the way you did yesterday. Like, I still think Tarek is a little bit naive, but at the same time, he's open to getting to know the girl. So I mean, they can go either way. She's clear about her agenda. We know that for a fact. Excuse me. She's very clear. She's there to get him to marry her and get her to America. You know what I'm saying? But Dean feel like, you know what I'm saying, my brother will learn or whatever. He need to learn that she only wants him to get to America. But I'm like, but that's what he wants too. Like, he only wants her to come to America. Like, he don't want to keep her there. He don't want to just have sex with her and, are they in the Philippines? Wherever they are. He wants to bring her to America. They want the exact same damn thing. You would keep fucking with him because you're stupid. Anyway, Michael and Angela. Oh, Lord Jesus, these two. Angela has low self-esteem. Angela is too old to be dating this young man. Angela is just gonna. He ain't her speed. He is not her speed. You know what I'm saying? She's been there for a week, so she has about a week left or whatever. And she says we still have to learn more about each other. And they're at like a little restaurant or whatever, talking and hanging out and having dinner. The food he gave her looked disgusting. He said it was cow leg served in a cow hoof. And I was like, that's disgusting. It's very, very nasty. I mean, she bit into it, but she spit it back out. I could not go to Nigeria simply because I wouldn't eat the food. Like, they don't have McDonald's over there, like a Benihana's, a Red Lobster, anything? I don't know. I doubt they do. Anyway, so stupid. She then brings up the age difference between him and her, and then she's like, she's like, we gonna be together, like we can be together. It's like for a good 20-25 years. She's like, 25 years, I'll be 75, you'll be 50. At that time, can you take care of me? Like, it's like, not only that, but can you wipe my butt if I can't? I feel like when she said that, he thought, shit, if I'm with her, I would have to do all that. I think he thought about what his future was going to bring. He says, don't worry about that, okay? Don't worry about that. What I'm really concerned about, stop doing this, not nice, is us having kids. I want to have kids that have my last name. And I'm like, who gets with a 52-year-old woman and you want kids? She can't birth no babies now, bitch. She can't do it. And she's a smoker too? No, baby. It can't happen. She's like, I'm 50. I'm saying I'm over 50, really. It ain't that easy, whatever. He like, no. You know what I'm saying? There's ways to get it done, which means in vitro, surrogacy, or whatever, things like that. That's expensive. That's like $20-$30. I think he thinks she rich. I think he assumes she has money. She don't. She could not afford your ring at the pawn shop, which costs like $300. She not rich, okay? She is broke, okay? She rich for Nigerian. In Nigeria, I guess, because people in Nigeria, some of them live in like little shacks and stuff like that. But I'm like, she ain't got no money at all. Anyway, he bring up how, he in his confession, he says how her age or their age difference also bothers him, but he does not bring it up because he does not want to accept her. He does not want to upset her. So he's like, because she's older and can't give him kids, basically. And so, like, it bothers me more than she knows, but of course I don't want to talk about it because, again, I want children, and with her being older, that may not happen. No, it ain't gonna happen. Okay, let's just be honest about that. He then brings up how, because she says, will you be by my side forever, whatever? Yeah, I will be by your side. I will be by your side. I would believe there will be a way around us and kids. I said, no, unless you get her daughter pregnant. And that's just nasty. He's the ultimate scammer because she's asking him logical questions and he isn't even giving logical answers. His answers are, don't worry about it, we'll figure out a way around it. Like those, I love you so much, you always think a way for me to feel great. Are you dumb? Like, I'm like, she ain't paying much attention that he's scamming her and scamming in a way to where now he like, no, he's scamming her. He is. He's also sleeping with her. So at this point in time, she's a cougar. Or is she a sugar mama? She's a sugar mama because he wants someone to take care of him. And he's a sugar baby. Sugar baby. Anyway, and she's just silly enough to believe all this stuff. And we do see them kind of walking around the village or whatever, looking at different things. And I'm like, she don't even realize as they're walking around, he's open hand holding her hand. Like you hold a hand and you hold like this when you're walking, or you do like this. If anyone is walking around and your man or your woman does not hold your hand like this, they don't love you. Because anyone who won't lock this means I don't really want to be with you, but I have to touch you. You have to do this, okay? That is what you have to do. Even people who walk around and pinky hold, you have to be connected in some kind of way. anyone who's open fisting you, they don't want to be with you. And that's how she don't get it. Like, his hand was open palmed to hers. It was very, very funny to me. So they walking around or whatever, and then she's like, I don't get why he doesn't get that. I don't like his social media stuff or whatever. She then brings up how she went to his Instagram and he's following like 1,000 or so females, and he does not like it. And why are you following them? And he like, well, the more people you follow, you know what I'm saying, the more people who can see your stuff, and I want people to see my stuff. See what, Michael? Anyway, she then says, him saying, because he says it's not a big deal to him. Battery at 10%. He says it's not a big deal. So she like, well, well, are you looking at their bodies, looking at their clothes, and like, are you masturbating to them or whatever? I'm like, He's like, no. It was that I'll get rid of them. I don't want to upset you. I will get rid of them for you, okay, baby? Okay, baby, don't worry about it. I'm like, oh my God, he's just such a scammer. Jesus. She calls her daughter. The daughter isn't any better. The daughter 100% thinks he's scamming. So everything that she says to her mama is making her mama think more and more, I want to leave right now. Because she said, if he's looking at other women on the internet, if he has all these women on his page, he may be scamming other women, not just you. Well, I didn't say he was scamming me, but he is. Okay, he's not scamming her for money per se. He's scamming her to get her to bring him to America. But anyway, I'm like, whatever. Her daughter made a good point. She said, if you were a 52-year-old Nigerian woman, would he be with you? Yes, he would. No, the fuck he wouldn't. Wanna why? Because there's women there now that are your age and he ain't with them. He with you because you answered the ad of him saying, hey, little baby, I think you're beautiful. And you replied. You thought he was for real. And he said, hook, line, and sinker. Okay, and that's basically what that was. But she do tell her mama, you don't know shit, you fooling yourself. And she is. I think he loves the IG women more than he loves me. He loves all of y'all. He loves all of his women. Okay, you, them, or the ones on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, everything. He loves all y'all ladies. Everybody. Okay. Paul and Karini. She nervous because it's their wedding day. And she just nervous. She don't want to kiss on him. She been acting funny ever since she got her wedding dress or whatever. It's just, I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? She says how she's just nervous to get married, and you know what I'm saying, because they're always arguing, and that she's feels as maybe like they're rushing it, and you know what I'm saying, I'm just nervous because she's a child bride. Okay, the girl is 12. She's not in her 20s. She is every bit of 16. Okay, truth be told, you can't tell me no different. Anyway, it's their wedding day. Okay, it's their wedding day, and you know what I'm saying. If at any point in time either of them wants to not do it, now is the time. Okay? And I'm like, they at the little center to get married or whatever, and they inside this whole building, and on the inside of the building is all these lawn chairs. I never trust a place that has outside furniture on the inside. But again, this is a whole different country, so it's a little bit different over there. But if you was in America and I come to your house and it's like lawn chairs at the kitchen table, bitch, I'm going home. Not fucking with y'all. Anyway, Karini in the back, nervous, crying, about 30 minutes late for her own damn wedding. And I'm like, and she's right, like, she right there. He right there, she right there. I'm like, girl, hurry up. He like, is she gonna walk away? Like, is she not trying to, what is going on? She just nervous, okay, because she marrying a whole little weird man who lives with his mama, ain't got no job, you know what I'm saying? She's marrying a whole scrub, okay? And so she comes out. She looks beautiful, we'll say that. She looks gorgeous, okay? Gorgeous. And they had a whole civil ceremony where they were like sitting down at a table talking to the little magistrate person, and they was like having to translate. Why? Because Paul and Karini still don't speak the same language, okay? And so they get married, they get married. And it reminded me of, I'm like, they have a whole translator because they don't speak the same language. It's like if a gay man married a gay woman. They don't speak the same language. They body parts don't talk to each other. Okay, just don't do that. Anyway, so she says how she came out to marry him because she wanted to marry him, and so she married him. And I feel like her mama did not smile the whole day. Her mama was like, "This probably some bullshit." And I'm surprised they actually got married, and had a whole reception on the boat. I said, well, okay. Her parents say how they want her to be happy, and how she can count on them if she ever needs anything. She don't need a lot, because again, that man don't work and he live with his mama, okay, with his whole goddamn old mama. Anyway, and I'm like, how, you know what, not even that, how is that Paul got a whole wife, but my ass up here single and dating? Bitch, ain't it about a bitch? Anyway, last but not least, Jesse and Darcy. If my thing cut off before I'm done recording, I ain't starting over. So if it hangs up before, I am Jiggly. This is Chili's Corner, and have a good night. I don't think it will, because I'm only got one person left. So Jesse and Darcy still beefing, okay? They are still arguing over how to cut the meats, bitch, okay? And then it's weird because I'm like, why did she not have her daughters go upstairs while they're having this heated debate? Like, why even have them around on the bullshit? You know what I'm saying? Solely because she know Jesse's batshit crazy. It's just true. You know what I'm saying? He outside like, this is a big deal to me. This is a big deal to me. It meant a lot to me to open up myself, whatever, live. You told the butcher them kids weren't yours. Okay, if you were really open to meeting them kids and get to know them kids, you would not be concerned with anyone knowing if they're yours or not. Liar. Anyway, she then to her daughters, she told one daughter, "Go get Jesse." I'm like, bitch, why, girl? No, don't include your kids in your bullshit, Darcy. Okay, don't do that. Anyway, I'm like, the fuck did you tell her your kid to go get your angry ass boyfriend off the porch? Crazy people. Anyway, he come in and he was nice to the daughter when she came and said, the food is ready or whatever. He was nice to her, and then she like, babe, do you want some gravy? And you know what, baby, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm only here for the kids. For the kids? Them ain't your kids. You not there for them kids, because if you were, you would not have gotten as upset in front of those kids. When you're there for the kids, you nice in front of the kids, okay? You do not act a fool in front of the kids. You are there only for the fucking kids. But whatever. And they're sitting there like eating food, and he's sitting there looking like a full-fledged murderer, okay? Looking like a full-fledged Amsterdam murdering white man at the table. I said, he finna kill them all. I'm saying murder, death, kill. He looks crazy, deranged, and I would have left if it was me. Anyway, the kids like, saying, why you not eating? Oh, it's just these things or whatever in your mother. At this point, him and Darcy then kind of going back and forth. Just, a little bit back and forth, whatnot. The daughter said, are y'all serious? You know what? Y'all are acting our age. It's just so, just grow up. I'm like, when the kids say grow up, bitch, it's true. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, at the end of the day, when she said, grow up. First of all, Jesse is your age. So that's why he's acting your age, because he is your goddamn age. Y'all all the same damn age. But, you know what I'm saying? The daughter say how Jesse was being passive aggressive and it was annoying him. Which is true. But so is your mom. Your mom is just as bad as Jesse. They don't mesh. And the thing about it is, neither one of them is better than the other. They both are aggravating as fuck. And them two being together is the worst shit ever, okay? It's like a cat in heat in the winter. In the summer. In the summer, and all the air conditioning is up. It's like a heat wave, electricity out, cat in heat, and it's a dog outside burying bones. It's just, it's all aggravating. It's too much going on at the same goddamn time. That's what Jesse and Darcy is. It's just too much shit, and it's bullshit. She then tells the girls, I'm going to take y'all back to the house with her sister Stacy, because it's not appropriate for y'all to stay here because me and him aren't married. You fucking him. You going to fuck him whether they in that house or not. So that doesn't matter, okay? The reason to get them out the house is because y'all gonna try to kill each other, and they don't need to be around that. So that's the real reason to not have them there, okay? You was fucking that man before, so that part does not matter. You can't, no, because we're not married, so you can't be in the house with us. But mind you fucking them. Anyway, the next morning, guess what they doing? Arguing. Yep, again and again. Now this is how she said her feet were cold because of the hardwood floors. And so she's like, I went and I went to stand on his feet because my feet were cold. And I was like, why didn't you go put on some socks or some shoes? Like, who steps on someone's feet because their feet are cold? And you already know Jesse batshit crazy, and so are you. So again, she says, my feet were cold, so I stepped on his feet / his shoes. Okay. She then says, he pushed me off his feet. He says, she came and stepped on my feet, and then she threw shoes at me. She threw her Louboutin shoes at my head, and I had to dodge them, you know what I'm saying, after she stood on my feet. She like, I threw the shoes at the floor. I didn't throw them at you. I do think that she threw the shoes at him. However, I'm wondering if I just don't get why she's still on his feet. I don't get that. I don't. Cause she could have just went and put shoes on. It was just weird. It was weird how they both described it. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? At this point in time, he overreacting. That's assault. I can't believe you did that. Like, what if the shoe would hit me in my eye? Next time, are you gonna throw like a glass at me? He was over the fuck top reacting to every goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna call the cops because that's assault. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave it because I don't feel safe. He packs his bag and he is rushing out the house as if she just tried to stab him. Now again, the camera didn't get any of that going on. I don't know how hard she threw them shoes. I don't know if she, you know what I'm saying, aimed it at his head and they hit the floor. I'm not sure. But he left as if he was in a battered woman syndrome and he had to go right now, bitches. He was gone. So she like, you know, he's being so extra. He's just being so extra. I'm saying, I was just trying to defend myself. I'm like, defend yourself about what? When she said I was just trying to defend myself, I feel like she threw the shoes. Which means she stood on his feet. And when she did that, he pushed her or shoved her or got her off his feet. And then she threw her shoes back because he pushed her. And because she said, I was just trying to defend myself. You know, and then she started this whole no tear ass crying. Her eyelids cannot produce tears at all. Okay, she's fake, no tear crying. You know, he's scary and I can't take it. Y'all don't need to be together at the fuck all. Okay, because again, he's been extra fucking extra because he's left the house. But I feel like she's been extra too because I was defending myself. Girl, fuck him. Y'all do not need to be together at all. And you know, I just want someone on the team to stay with me or whatever. No, he said, I will only stay here if someone on the team stays with me to let me know that I'm safe. You know what I'm saying? Because if she thinks this is okay, I'm done. I'm like, oh my God. At the same time, he dumb as fuck. Darcy not innocent. Again, they do not need, like, they don't need to be together. He leaves. He full-fledged leaves the house. He then comes back, okay, saying that his heart said come back and be there for Darcy. Boy, the fuck back. You came back because you want to be on TV. Let's just to say that. You know what I'm saying? At this point in time, they said they agreed to do a joint interview. Awkward. Most awkwardest shit I've seen in a minute. She brings up how for her, she feels like the relationship can be over because she feels like he just wants to cause more problems and not fix anything. He like, hell no, that's not true. You know what I'm saying? You need to change and work on yourself. They both need to work on their damn self. They both need to. He needs to grow up and she needs to gain some self-confidence. That's what the fuck needs to happen. You know what I'm saying? She like, I'm tired of your mind games or whatever. Well, break up with me. Well, then break up with me. And then she says, well, my gut is telling me to walk away. And then here he come with fake ass dry tears. I think because he lives in Amsterdam, he know how to make his eyes watery because there'd be a whole bunch of weed over there. So, I mean, I ain't seen no tears fall, and I didn't believe him. Even if tears fell, I didn't believe it. I feel like he was doing what he had to do to make her feel bad and keep her holding on to him. Oh, she sees me get emotional. She'll feel bad about saying she does not want to be with me, and then she'll backpedal and pussy pop. Nope. It's just stupid. You know what I'm saying? He acting hurt. I feel like she's acting hurt too, like she wants to leave him. She don't want to leave that man. She wants him to kind of beg her to stay. They both want the other one to beg the other one to stay. It's a bunch of fuckery and bullshit. Fuck both of them, okay? So he calling her a sad girl. You ain't shit because you a sad boy, okay? You ain't shit for that, Jesse. You know, he keeps saying how, you know what I'm saying, he said, you know, no, he's acting like she's the only one with the issue, because she's saying how, you know what I'm saying, I was here to fix our issues. Our issues? Don't you mean your issues? No, bitch, our, which means you two, in addition to me, bitch, and you. Okay, it's not just her, it's not at all. He then said, you know what I'm saying, just keep drinking your problems away. And she was like, what? What? I am not an alcoholic. I am not an alcoholic. Just because I get upset when I have a few drinks does not make me an alcoholic. At this point in time, he walking out leaving, saying how she drinks too much. She then says, I don't sit at home and guzzle booze. I was like, first of all, that's not the only way to be an alcoholic. There's other ways to be an alcoholic besides sitting at home and guzzling booze. I used to drink a whole bunch when I was younger, in my early, like from like 20 into like 23. I would drink a lot, bitch. And I was almost an alcoholic, and I was never at home drinking and guzzling. I was always out somewhere drinking. So, you know, even if you are going out having drinks here and there, whatever, that alcoholic does not mean that you're at home getting drunk by yourself. It's many ways that a person can be an alcoholic. Anyway, you know, they toxic. They are toxic to each other, and it's not even entertaining. Okay, it's just sad. It's sad and pathetic on both ends, because she is so insecure and he plays onto that, but she allows him to do it. It's the stupidest. And your kids gonna see this. I'm like, girl, do you fuck bad? You know what I'm saying? And this, you know what? And this is a reason why people who have Airbnbs, I hope y'all don't live there, because I would never want to like rent out somewhere I live, and because I'm like maybe on vacation or something else, or maybe if I'm just not there all the time, I would never do an Airbnb of my own space, because I would not want other people's problems, other people's negative energy left in my house. Okay, they need to go do a goddamn exorcism, a cleansing. The air is clear in that house, because they shit was kind of crazy. Anyway, that was the end of it. You know what I'm saying? Put your comments below, and we did not run out of battery life, people. Yay! So, I am Jay Lee. This is Jay's Corner. Peace.